Welcome to something a little different. Well, not too different. It's Duke Nukem, Episode 1, Shrapnel City. It's the very first Duke Nukem game. In fact, it's so new, there was still a worry about calling it Duke Nukem. I was able to get the different title screen for this one at least, but the other two won't be like that. So you're the pitiful hero they sent to stop me. I, Dr. Proton, will soon rule the world.
You ever want to rule the world? I'm the Shockmaster. You're wrong, Proton Breath. I'll be done with you and still have time to watch Oprah. And read all her recommended books.
And all the controversies therein. It's a platformer with a gun. What more do you want from me? The Acme thing will fall down from the ceiling. I don't know. There's a lot of silliness going on in early DOS games, and that's just one of those things. I guess the story is you're kind of just 20 years in the future, and Dr. Proton has gone crazy with, radiation in his brain, making him super smart, blah, blah, blah. He's evil. He has an army of robots. You're going to kill them. But what measure is a non-human when they are just robots without too much sapience anyway? Yeah, that's why this game couldn't really be rated T, even. There's not really it's all implied violence based on having a laser gun on machines, so it's very, very kid-friendly. You also shoot the security cameras down. I don't know what the deal with having so many like that is, but, you guys do you guys. But, yeah, soda. So if you shoot the soda, you won't be able to get health from it, but you'll get more points from it. I'll be doing what I can to get the points. Also, the flag's points are random, except, it depends on what frame you're on that determines how many points you get from them. So, tool-assisted speedrunners, take note, because you can probably optimize that to hell and back. Eat turkey to increase your health. If you shoot it, it spontaneously grows a second leg and gives you 2 health. So, I advise always shooting those, no matter what's going on in your life. I don't know what these green chomper things are. They don't seem like robots. I'm going to guess there's some kind of organic mechanol thing, but, I don't know. They seem like munching critters. They're really not all that amazing. It's like having a piranha plant walking around the side. Yes, there's a lot of pointless scoring in this game. That's fine. It's just kind of how it was, Take a little bit with the bad, with the good. Alright, this is an elevator, but it's more like a podium that extends up into infinity, assuming it doesn't crush your head first. I should mention these boxes, but first, that is maximum health, which looks like 3 nuclei, the RBGs. Okay, it's a molecule thing. But yeah, the blue boxes, they tend to just have points. Red boxes are health. Gray boxes are miscellaneous, which means nothing. That dynamite you saw earlier, or sometimes in a very important item. So I tend to want to break them. I just break all of them if I can. Why not? Even with the dynamite, I can survive. Though it's probably the most likely way you'll get hurt is from the fucking dynamite. But hey, there's keys in this game. 4 of them. Red, green, blue, and purple. Just like all the links in 4 Swords. Oddly enough. That's an odd thing to say. I mean, it's an odd reference to make, but it's true. This bridge here will go down if you hop on it or walk over it twice or something. And then it'll just spontaneously break, and then you can go through. However, sometimes you may not want to fall, so just be careful with that. And don't jump on until you're ready. But at least it gives you a margin to work with. A lot of these graphics are borrowed from Mega Man 1 for DOS. I think maybe Mega Man 3 for DOS also, but I think that... Also Turrican. A lot of Turrican influences in this game. Yeah. Using other people's graphics wasn't really the issue at the time, as much as it could be now. Not that big of a deal. But yeah, I read about it on the cutting room floor, but that information used to be available on an old Duke Nukem fan site, which exists in archive.org, which you can read about it. I don't even know what happened, the actual site itself. There's the most annoying tech block. It's the closest thing the game has to any boss, so I'd keep your eye on it, especially if they come in groups. Then you're fucked. You got that bouncing spicy meatball thing. It's an obstacle. What do you want? What do you want from me? And those sideways flamethrowers, which reminds me of the cannon flames from Mario Bros. 3 airships. Because that's pretty much how they behave. Not gonna lie. In fact, you can owe this game to probably Commander Keen, which you can owe to Super Mario 3. I read about it. It's kind of interesting, John Mario and crew are like, alright, we'll bring Mario to the computer. And they're like, no. They're like, fine. Anytime I see Duke letters, I'm going to try to collect all 4 of them in a row so I can get that bonus. And it's one of the 3 personal things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to get Duke letters in order whenever possible. Try to see Dr. Proton's monitors. And I'm trying to remember the other thing, because I always forget it. Look at that little area there. It'll come back to me. Hang on. Yeah, we got monitors. We got that. Well, I'll be sure to get the inventory items. Ah, that's what it is. So you see my firepower. It's just 1 segment. I can go up to 4. So there's 3 segments of the gun to collect. There's never more than 3. As far as I know, there are not more than 3 in any episode. And if you could somehow pick up a 4th one, I don't know what would happen. I don't think I have a chance to try it. This is one of very many. This is one of like a couple dozens of Shareware I grew up on. But this was like this was the first game which I actually got the 2nd episode to. So I guess I liked it that much. And the weird thing is it didn't come with a 3rd episode at the time. I guess before it was made sense to buy them bundles, you could just get 1 at a time or something. But I'm pretty sure all the Shareware discs were like from like I don't know, the junk heap, or just like, here's some spare floppy disks around. It's like, okay, thanks. Yes, use the up arrow a lot. It is your friend. It is the up is pretty much the use key in this game. Oh, fun note. When playing this, even though you can use the keyboard, I have set up a program called Anti-Micro. So I pretty much set the movement to the D-pad and Control and Alt to tune my buttons. I don't know what this spinny cylinder thing is, but it shows up. It's the strangest obstacle in the game, almost. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. It reminds me like a car wash or spin cycle thing. There's bonuses that I'll let run across the screen up to the top. We'll wait a little bit for them to disappear before continuing on. And you're in this weird, mysterious coma where there's like a post-it note. Secret tip. Press the up arrow to read. Oh, wait, that's not the note. This is the note. You're entering the next level. Now is a good time to save your game. Yes, my coma is telling me to save. You can only save in these hallways, by the way. There's no, like, save stating nonsense. If you die in a level, you have to start back at the last part of the level, or you can load a save. Just be mindful of the saves, because you can save without maximum health and try to keep going. So be careful. Always be suited up. Level 2 is pretty much the same theme as level 1. Let's be honest here. It's not that great. I mean, I don't want to say that as in this game is bad. I'm just saying, like, I'm not impressed as I could be with this game. It's just kind of, it's a comfort food game. There's nothing that has to be extraordinary about it. It's just fun. Okay, let's get the football. Sorry, that's American rugby to you. Get my Duke Nukem floppy disk so I can play my own fucking game. Yes. Also, you like how Duke Nukem in this game wears pink? Should probably go back to that. Although, there's always been subtle implications that Duke Nukem's actually been. I think the designers might have been a couple ladies. Actually, I think. They might have been fans of 80s action heroes, so, yeah. In fact, I think this game's plot, or just the whole aesthetic, might be inspired by, at least this first one, might be inspired by Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Running Man. I believe. It would make sense. Or you get some vibes from other ones like Total Recall or something, but I think mostly The Running Man. Pretty sure. But screw you, Billy! Oh yeah, the red key, I just realized on this level, actually might not be necessary. So +1 to optional areas. And your friends in them. And your friendly friends. And your non-friends. I was thinking how I'm going to do this playthrough, and it's just going to be like, I'm going to have a batch for each episode, basically. This will allow me to treat separate executables as different playlists, allow me to get into more of them, like if there's single episode mods for things, especially for stuff like Commander Keen, for instance, because that tends to have different intro screens for all those things. And I can't always put them together, just on how it is. Here's this fire wheel thing. It's only vulnerable when it's not shooting fire. I don't know what it is. It's like a mechanical circus act, clearly. But yeah, I'll just kind of do them separately, and it'll allow me to open up and do more stuff. Like, maybe one of these days do like No More Rest for Living or something, or like actually I was preparing for doing other Duke Nukem 3D expansion packs which are only a single episode. That would be one big reason, because I feel like I'd be missing out if I didn't attempt that at all, and it's really cool. But yeah, we'll get some more content like that in the future, and plus it'll cover some games I didn't think I was going to cover again, as well as some new ones that might only have an episode because I can't find the things that go with the shareware. Which you might think isn't possible, but I think there might be at least one case. I don't know if I'll ever get to it, because I think it only had one level, but I mean, like, probably for, like... That's what I got the Mystic section for showing off stuff like that. Blue key! It is blue! Oh, really now? If I had to adjust my microphone by making it perpendicular to the ground, so it looks like kind of a H situation, you know? So if I'm speaking above it, yeah. Surprise, Duke! I'll be tracking your every move with my security camera system! You know, I think he's supposed to sound more British. Yeah, I'm gonna assume he's either posh, or he's like a Lex Luthor that's more scientist-oriented. You know. And he's bald, so it works! You know, it's funny, in like a later Duke Nukem game, you have John St. John voicing, you know, Duke Nukem, and, well, not Dr. Proton, actually that would be Stephen Bloom, but he does voice the villain for, what is that game? Ion Fury, which really should have just been Iron Maiden, but, you know, that sounds too much like Iron Maiden. Couldn't have just made that cool, but we had to ruin it. I don't know what that thing is, but that's how it looks like with my mic. Exactly that. Just with a little bit more of a neck. I don't know what that thing is. Is it like a radio with an antenna? What am I looking at here? Interpret the abstract. Release your mind from the essence of nothingness. Looks like that's it for this. There'll be 10 levels per episode. There's also an 11th one, but that's actually just the demo level. It's cheating if you go there, according to the notes there, so don't. Plus, it's pretty much the preview for episode 2, level 1. No need. On the next level, you'll need to find a special access cord that looks like a computer board. This, in practice, just acts like another key, but it opens up lasers. Yeah. I guess, you know, if you were to design it that way, you should just have multiples for that kind of thing, but I don't know. It seems like a cop-out. It's just having a 5th key. Whatever, man. I'll see you in the Duke Nukem 1 zone later. When we come back, helicopters and heights and jumping. Yeah.